Welcome along. It is final round for this week's F1 Clash Christmas event with Charles Leclerc, Voyage and Sigma all 10% boosted. Hope you all have an amazing Christmas. Get some relaxation in there, enjoy it, and let's start out the new year. What are we on so far? Well, benchmark set at 373. We are on 188 points. And just to bring you up to speed from previous rounds, qualifying was max. You saw that on Wednesday. On Saturday, you saw the first four races, and we scored 188. But how did we get on? We scored perfect, 376. And now we're down to the final round. Last four races, if we score 376, we do get P number 1. So fingers crossed we can do that. But 373 at a minimum so far. Charles Leclerc, Alan Prost are our drivers, and this is the car setup we are running as well. So good luck to all of you. Hope you have a smashing Christmas. Let's get this underway in race 5, and it is a potential tricky one in Silverstone. So here we go then, race 5 and Silverstone. Just to bring you up to speed with the matches. In the first 4 races of today, 3 were terrible matches. 1 was just in our favour. So it's been pretty tough, but we've managed it. And we've got a favourable matchup here. We're starting P4 and P7. So not the easiest still, with Leclerc back in P7. We've got 2 minutes and 30. We're going to still go ahead and do this. We're going to use that hook. We're going to still two-stop. Don't want to take the hard. It's going to be pretty slow. So we are taking Merlion and Hook. We need to get a good start, though. Rival back in P9 and P12. And hopefully anyone on hards, we can fly past. And that's a great start by Prost. Leclerc now looking at the back of Perez. Up the inside he goes. He's got Hamilton and Norris ahead of him. Can he get round them? Not yet. He goes to the outside of Hamilton. Straight line speed is through into P5. What about at the end of the straight? Can he take Norris into P4? Yes, he can. And what about Verstappen? Not quite. So we're up into P4 from P sort of 7 range. So we've moved ahead quite nicely already. So just got to manage this now. And we will boost now Leclerc just out of this corner. We've got Hamilton in P6 who will probably go straight on to wets. So we've just got to manage this and build that gap. Prost will come back for some soft tyres. That should be good enough. Actually, I'm going to go mediums because I think 2 laps might be a bit of a push to try and get the wets. I might have to make a third stop. So we're going to go mediums. And we're trying to get Leclerc through past Charles. It's Charles versus Charles as Prost comes in. Then we'll push now with Leclerc. And Leclerc comes in as well. Great news for us. And we will pit for some softs. Prost coming out on the mediums. And I think that's a really good strategy. I think Prost is going to end up doing 3 laps. It's roughly just over 30 seconds, I think, a lap here. So going 3 laps is going to be fine. Leclerc's got to go on the softs. Where's that Hamilton? He's P5. And the rival actually in P4. So they're going to one-stop this race. Whereas we are two-stopping. So we're just going to push Leclerc further and further here. And definitely it will be another lap. And then we'll get Leclerc in. Prost might do 2. We're going to keep pushing him. Where's Leclerc going to come out? He's going to come out ahead. Net position of the rivals who will pit on the next lap. So we can go to wets next lap if we need. But let's see if we need to. We might not have to. It might be beneficial to go 1 more lap. Do we get Prost in early? He's got a massive gap anyway. It's only light rain. And I think we do. I think we get him in this lap. We don't need to service. But we are going to anyway. It's not going to hurt too much. As Prost changes to them wet tyres. And they're going to come out just as it starts to rain. There you go. Hits the track as it's raining. Leclerc, going to come out in a bit of traffic. Or is he? Can he get past Verstappen? Come on. Big move needed. These are all going to start struggling anyway. It's not essential that we get past now. We're going to try anyway. Bit of lag to help us along anyway. And Leclerc is up into P2 past Verstappen. Rest of the field starting to go on to them wet tyres now. But for us, we are P1, P2 and Verstappen on the hards in P3. So we should be able to chill to the end. If I haven't mentioned already, we are back to the phone screen today. We tried something yesterday when we had the time. We haven't got the time to do the same again today. So we are back just on the phone layout. Round here, cornering is essential. Race start as well. This tricky Silverstone circuit sometimes. And we are comfortably ahead now. We've got 1.5 laps to go as Prost goes through Maggots and Beckett's and into the straight. And we've got just the 1 lap. Rivals in P3, P7. They'll be pushing hard now. But luckily, we have built up the gap quite nicely. We should not be caught from this position. I'd be very surprised if we was. But it's looking good. It means we're going to go down to 3 races left. And 3 more of these. And we will be secured position 1. Which will be a brilliant feat. And it'll be our first perfect weekend. But there's a long way to go. All it takes is one bad matchup at tracks like Imola. And we could be struggling. So Prost comes in to the final corners. And he's going to take victory. Lovely win for Prost. Charles Leclerc coming around final few corners in front of the home crowd. They'll be rooting for Hamilton, but Leclerc takes P2. For the rival, P3 for Leclerc. And then coming through at the back of that train, 4, 5 and 6 is the other car. So 47 points. Perfect for ourselves. 1675 versus 1593. And you had level 6 Leclerc and Verstappen against a pretty decent, nicely set up car too. Quick pit time on that rival as well. Race number 6 in Imola. This rival is just slightly ahead of our team score, so it's going to be a tricky matchup. We're going to have to try our best. Can we get our best? Let's see. Where do we qualify? Looks like we've got a slight advantage on the qualifying. That's good. P3, P5. Rival must have a decent car under his belt, just not the drivers. 38 degrees to start off with. So I'm going to go softs. I'm going to run tuning. I do not need fastest lap. I'm going to go Kawhi for Leclerc. So Leclerc might still do 3 laps here. Prost I'm going to do 2, but I'm going to push very hard from the start. We need a good start from Prost and Leclerc. They both get perfect. Leclerc switches to the inside. Prost gets a terrible start. And it's actually Leclerc on the mediums who flies through into the lead of this race. Wow, he's shoved by Prost. And Prost now sitting there in P2. Weather's not going to help him because he wanted to get ahead straight away. And that's not going to happen. So we're going to pit early next lap with Prost. We're not going to get the advantage that we thought we might. So we are going to come in to the pits. We are going to go soft. We should still be able to run 3 laps in 35 degrees without pushing at all. And it's cooling down now to 34. So Prost, we are still pushing. We are not going to service. We're going to get as quick as we can. Leclerc's on 3 laps as well. He chose mediums as Prost comes in. Good stop needed by Prost. It's a very slow pit lane here. And you can see he is now in. We'll probably come out for... And look at that. We're already coming out with Prost. He's going to come... Look at all these cars that he's going to come back behind. This was my worry. This was the worry. But let's see how much it impacts us. We're already making moves into P9. Luckily, we've got the whole field, pretty much it feels like, right with us. It's Prost looking at the back of Lando Norris. He's moving forward without pushing at all. And we're going to get some pit stops now as well to help Prost through. And he goes around the outside of Sainz. And he's making smooth work of this at the moment. There's Leclerc coming out. We're going to get Prost back ahead here of Charles Leclerc. And where we got? P1's quite far ahead. But no need to panic just yet. I say just yet, you never know. Are they going to run out of tyres to help us? No, they're not. So we're going to have to be pretty quick at the end of this. If the rivals go to hards, they're just coming in the pits now. We are P1 and P2. We're going to go mediums for Prost, who had to do that early stop. He's got a bit of a bigger gap now, so he should be able to come in, get out, and he's got some good power unit. Hamilton's 4th, 13 seconds. He's on the hards. That's probably gifted us a bit more time this time through. Prost round of final few corners, and he'll come in for the mediums. Leclerc looking pretty good. Like I said, we don't need the fast lap, so we can just focus on the 47. Here comes Hamilton down the straight on them hard tyres, and we're going to drop 2 places, I think, here. We're ahead of the rival, who's still yet to pit, but we can push Prost, and we can get ahead of Hamilton. We are now stuck then behind Max Verstappen, and that Max Verstappen is on softs, and we're ahead already, P2. That is perfect. Tune in, saving our bacon here. And we have now got 2 laps to go. Leclerc coming out on the softs. And he's got some great power unit levels too. He's out. 2 laps to go. Rivals in the pits. Prost, P2. And after that, poor start and coming out in traffic. We've navigated it well. And it is a 9.2 second gap to the next competitive car because Verstappen is about to pit this lap. So we can watch him drop back. It'll be Hamilton in P4 at this fast Imola circuit. We're going to come away what looks to be victorious as he pits. And we are now clear in P1 and P2. So we just need to finish this out. And we've pulled well clear. Rivals back down in P10, P11. Or we'll boost through now into P6 and P7. And it's going to be the perfect response to a slightly difficult matchup. Leclerc rounds the final few corners. Prost pushing as well behind. And it's going to be P1 for Leclerc. P2 for Alain Prost. And that is a lovely 47 points here at Imola in some tricky heat at the start also. Rival coming round P5 and P8. And we'll quickly show you that matchup as we head out and confirm the points. 47 for us. 2 more races to go. It was 1689 for the rival. And looking at the drivers, level 7 Leclerc, level 1 Prost. And that was the car. So high on power unit. Interestingly, using both of them boosted parts as well. Race 7 and Jeddah. It sees a terrible matchup. We are 120 team score behind this rival. We are going to get shuffled back very quickly on this starting grid. And look at Leclerc. Oh no, P9. That is horrendous. Prost, I'm going to have to go tuning. I need the fast pit time. Leclerc, I'm going to have to go. It's going to be Merlion again. Or is it going to be Kawhi? I think we need Kawhi. Oh, God, this is going to be tough. This is going to take all our might. It's mediums and softs for the rival. They'll only do 2 laps, so they're both pitting lap 2 by the look of it. We're going to use this trick and hope and hold our breath. Can Leclerc get through early? He's made some places. He's up to P5. It's a brilliant start. And Prost is up to P2 as well. If he can get Leclerc early, yes, he can. We are up to P1 and P5. Come through this section now. We will conserve because you cannot pretty much make overtaking here, apart from this one corner right here. And we're not going to. So we can cut down. And I say that, the rival somehow manages to push past. We're going to save our power unit. There's a long way to go in this race. Leclerc defending now. We're going to push out the final corner. It's going to be quick pit stops for Prost. And we are right behind the rival as well. This is not looking too bad. We'll push through this section again. Hopefully we can hold on to Prost. We'll push with Prost as well. Can we get past Max Verstappen? Round the outside, just cut off. What about now into the slight hairpinny type thing? And we're into P5. So we've made some gains. And we can cut back down. And these are surely both pitting on lap number 2. He might sneak. I mean, he's only got 25%. He's got to be coming in, surely. And now we can push again. round the final corner. Leclerc, surely they both pit. Yes, they do. And we are now free to push. Verstappen coming at us. We're going to come to the softs. We're going to push Prost as well. Remember, we always push down this first sector. And then we conserve in the second part of the sector. So through this part, we will conserve, gain that power unit back. We are right behind Charles Leclerc now. 28 degrees, no extreme temperatures at the moment. We've pulled pretty clear of rivals. And now we will come into the pits. Prost continuing on. Leclerc, right behind Leclerc. I think Leclerc just ran out. We're going to go hard, so we want to cement this. Oh, Leclerc is so slow into the pits, the Ferrari. Kawhi giving us quick stop, cannot get ahead. And it's P2, we've got a lot to do now. Still got a lot to do. He's on the hards though. Can we sneak past quickly? Yes, we can. Can we get to P2 quickly? Past Leclerc, we take the outside line. Yes, we can. We can cut down then. We're going to push Prost anyway. We don't need to. We don't gain too much time, but I want to just get him any gap he can. And with Leclerc in P2, Prost coming into the pits, quick pit stop on that tuning as well. We should be good to go. Leclerc rounds that corner. He'll come in the pits this lap. You can see Prost just coming out. Where's he going to come out of? He's going to come ahead of the rival. We'll push that initial phase as well, as always. Can't get through at the moment. And we will come back out for softs. He's into P2 now. We want to be as quick as we can. We haven't got loads of power unit. And the rival P number. I mean, Verstappen doesn't have to pit again. We are 10.5 seconds ahead. What about Leclerc? He's going to pit on the softs. So a quick pit stop needed for Leclerc. He comes in. The Ferrari comes past us, but we quickly get back ahead. And where's he going to come out? Comfortably P2. Here comes that hard tyre of Verstappen. We're just going to get ahead. Yes, we are. We'll cut back down. We'll cut both drivers down. The AI double stacking again. Coming out on mediums and hards. And that should see us through. What do we got around us? Verstappen will pit. We've got a 14-second gap and a 9-second gap that we need. And we can just simply conserve and save any power unit in case we need it. 1 lap to go. Change of strategy. We didn't need to run any more softs. We could just chill with the hards. We are that far ahead. And we'll put both back onto medium. Verstappen's in from P3. Rival coming through in P4. Not enough power unit to destroy our race. Tune in. For anyone watching, tune in. Great pit stop effectiveness. It's got speed and cornering. It's an ultimate boost. Up there with Merlion as well. And that is going to be a great boost to take. Kawhi, we needed the race start for Leclerc. We've used that. We've got the cornering and pit time as well. So pretty much the 3 main features of what we need. Prost, though, rounds the final last corner. He'll take victory here in Jeddah. Leclerc will come along in second place. It's a beautiful race for us two. P1 and P2, with the rival coming home in P3 and P6. By the look of it, yes, P6. So good 47 points. And we'll show you that matchup. 1675 versus 1795. Level 8, running maximum qualifying stats. And then the car, 181 over 198. So that's a very good victory indeed for us. And on to Canada then. The Christmas event is almost done. It's the very last race. And so far in this GP, we have scored 19 out of 19, 47 points. This will be for our first full GP, full house this season. It's a good matchup. It's quite a bit in our favour after that last race. So we are going on to tuning, and Leclerc should be okay with the Merlion, or Merlion, however you like to pronounce it. Leclerc won't get the perfect race start, but we've got I'm thinking later on in this race, he might still get it. And he doesn't. He gets good. That's what I thought he would get. But I don't think it's going to hurt us too much. And already, it's hurt us a little bit. We're into P6 with Leclerc. We've lost places. He's got back up to P5 though. And Prost is clear out front. Nice and easy. So, a little bit of drama early on. That's not what we wanted. And we're going to try and get past Charles Leclerc. Let's not let it ruin or dampen our spirit. We've got P3 and P2 just ahead of us. And what are they running? Softs for Hamilton, that'll be a 3.5. And mediums will be a 4.4 then. So it's just Verstappen we've really on par with. Hamilton we should come away with no problem. I told you we were setting up for later on in this race. Merlion boost giving us max cornering. Or just short of max cornering. And we should be able to come past. We're finding it difficult to overtake though at the moment. But Leclerc inside line on the hairpin works a treat. He's through. We're going to push now with Prost. And we should have probably boosted Leclerc. And that's my mistake, but we've managed to hold on. P3. We've worked our way up. We're going to close down on this soft tyre runner. Prost is flying ahead. He'll come in. He's going to do we could do a 3.5 for Prost, but we're going into the softs. No point risking hards. And then into the hairpin again. Hamilton should be coming in this lap. Prost is in. It'll be a very nice pit stop at 3.1. All service. Tyres changed. And Hamilton should be in as well. There he is. So we can push with Leclerc. Let's create a bit of a gap. And you can see Hamilton coming out on them hard tyres. It's only about 5 seconds. So a lot of work to do. We should be able to catch them, no problem. Let's see though first where we do end up coming out. Merlion giving us a faster pit time as well. So let's see as he comes in. Here comes Hamilton down the straight, last corner. And he might just get ahead. Let's see, we're coming out. It's going to be close. It's going to be crucial. Oh, we're just ahead. Time to perfection. And even better, we've got Verstappen straight away as well. We are in. And we're going to pit early. We're going to take servicing. We don't need to risk anything. We're going to pit. Do 3 laps. We'd usually go 1 more lap. But not today. Verstappen's going to pit. It's Hamilton, our closest rival, back in P4. He'll take P3. And hopefully it's going to be a Christmas cheer for this account. 3 laps to go, which includes this one. And it will be our first of the season perfect GP. Taking 47 points in every single race. Make sure to let me know how you've got on in your GP. Well, how many points did you get and what did you attempt? So let's say champion, I scored 376, or did you go contender and score 372? Let us know. We might not be uploading over the next few days, obviously Christmas period. I'm going to probably take maybe some days break. And if we do get time, we will maybe just chuck out some rewards videos or what have you. But originally, it's just going to be a nice chilled one. But 1 lap to go of this F1 Clash Christmas event. And it looks like Santa is going to come early for us. And he's going to deliver the P1 medal. Prost, followed by Leclerc. And we can just come home. Rival back in P6 and P7 or P5 now. Taking Russell on that last corner. So we can push them through. And Prost, she's even just starting to lap some people now. Ocon, what's he doing out in P24? But Prost takes victory. 24 points for Prost. What a round for him. What a weekend. What a GP. Leclerc home in P2. We await the rival. We've had some tough matchups today. We had about 5 that were against us. 5 or 6. We've overcome them all. Even one of the toughest ones in Jeddah. But 47 points in the bag. That's what we needed. And let's take you to the main menu and see. 1675 versus 1563. Level 7, level 6. And a decent car, more cornering than us. Just the drivers where the rival started back further. And let's show you. It is 376. Final round perfect. Opening round perfect. Qualifying perfect. It's a full house. It's a Merry Christmas from AzaWF1. Hope you have an absolute blast. Thank you for all your support this year. It's been incredible. We look forward to greater things in the new year and beyond. And I honestly wish you the best time. Have a great one. Relax. And we'll see you in the new year or later, maybe next week. Good luck. And let us know how you do.